Nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say.
Hey, I'm Murph, and I am back.
What's up, guys? It's Shay, and I'm back too.
Welcome back.
What's up, guys? This is Rob, and Murph is back. And welcome to the Waiting Table Podcast. Welcome back to the Waiting Table Podcast. Yay!
Three Musketeers are back.
We're back.
Every week,
awful.
everyone's like, okay, when's Murph coming back? And
Yeah, like seriously.
we killed the intro. We've been on the struggle bus with our intro every time. So
Yeah, like Shay's been really bad.
especially when Rob starts, that's when
Yeah,
it gets really bad.
Yeah, it's been horrible. And the end has been horrible every time. I don't think she's ever been able to get 1 pound at a time.
That's tough.
It
That's
doesn't
tough.
hit. I don't know.
No, it's you either have it or you don't.
And I don't. It's been proven.
She doesn't.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back, buddy. How does
Hey,
it feel? How does it
Good to be
feel?
back. Really good to be back. Thank you, guys. Missed y'all. I'm happy and excited to be here. I'm not going to cry yet. We've got an hour.
5
We've
minutes.
got an hour of non-skill victories and lots of really great things to talk about. And I'm sure I will cry later. But
Well,
Yay.
good. And we look forward to it. And so, everyone else, thank you for joining us on another episode of the Waiting Table Podcast, where we have roundtable discussions about the hottest topics in weight loss with, of course, the coolest people from the bariatric community. I'm Rob. For the first time in a long time, I can say we got Murph, we got Shay, and we got you guys. So grab a chair, wind down from your busy day, and take a seat at the table. Feels good. Ready for it? How's it going, buddy? How's it going, Murph?
yeah, it feels good. Feels great to be here. I'm really excited. I can't believe it. Like the last time we talked, I wasn't here, like in any sense of the word. Like life has just completely changed 360, and I'm excited to have not only this, but like just this calm, this nice, this settling in, and we'll unpack a little bit more later. But lots of great stuff going on. Shay, how have you been?
I'm good. I know. I miss you too. Everyone's saying you got to wear your name tag because they don't know who the new guy is. So look, it's kind of cool.
He's
Kind of full circle. It's like I was the new girl for so long. Now Murph's the new boy, and Rob is just old because he's always
just old.
So
Like, oh, this guy again.
but yeah, things are good. I feel like I'm getting excited, or I'm excited for radical body transformation. That's like front of mind for me, coming up soon, and excited to get over to Canada and finally picked my music for posing. That was a huge win. I just have had such a hard time with that, but I'm excited. So I
keep
feel like
crying.
Well,
Stop being a baby.
When I'm practicing, I'm crying. And so the song I picked is like the only one I have a solid chance of not crying. So I'd ask you, Murph, how to not cry, but I don't feel like you'd give me very good advice.
I am the least, I'm the least qualified person to talk about how to not cry.
It's just so like emotional. Like I've just been surprised. I mean, I get emotional with things, but I like with posing in particular, something about the act of doing that with my body and practicing. It's like I'm just so proud of myself and so like excited. And it's like I think it's like I picture myself from the outside looking in on stage. And that's what gets me like choked up and emotional while I'm doing it. So I'm like, with the song I picked, I think it's like been a little bit better where I don't want to instantly cry. So I think that's a good. I don't think I will on stage. I'm hoping.
Oh, yes, you will. I guarantee you will.
On stage?
I think there's going to be a lot of people. I think you will because we are together. I think, right? Like
and I'll
a lot
be
of the
sad
people.
that I'll be there with you. I'll be like,
you're like, Greg. No, I honestly do feel like there are going to be people within our group who will. I
Yeah.
think now it might be hard because when you're on stage, it's hard to sort of like you see silhouettes of people. But I think
Uh-huh.
like if you were able to find where our people, our
Uh-huh.
supporters are going to be, and you're going to hear them, you're going to see my kids are going to be in the front row every single time with
Yeah.
signs cheering for you and not me.
Yeah.
So that'll probably
Obviously.
happen. So yeah, no, I think you will. I
Yeah.
think you're going to cry.
Yeah.
If
Well,
not on stage, backstage, you will.
and if not, we always have Murph to fall back on. He'll cry
He'll
even if
cry.
I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It'll be
all
fun.
that to say, I'm doing good. And I feel like it's kind of like the home stretch where I'm excited and just like ready to keep going. And it's just been busy with my day job stuff over the last couple weeks. So I feel like I just feel a bit more scattered and trying to balance everything and all that fun stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So, but all good. How are you doing, Robert?
Robert is doing amazing. He is tired. But there's so many really, really exciting things going on in my life right now, so many changes as well. And yeah, I'm just sort of excited for what the next month and a half to 2 months has in store for me. They will be very, very big, I think. But yeah, in regards to radical body transformations, I think I'm at that point now where you sort of hit a point where it's just like I'm there already. There's nothing
Yeah.
that's gonna throw me off at this point, and I'm
Mhm.
there. Like the people at the gym are just like, I've never seen you more focused with eating. There's no point now where I'm like, as hard as it's getting for me, there's no point where it's sort of like, yeah, I'm struggling because I think I gotta refrain from eating something. No, I'm locked
Just
in.
got a plan and locked
Yep.
and loaded.
Yep, I have everything set in my head and everything is just ready. I'm dialed in, I'm ready to go. I'm in the best shape that I've ever been, including at showtime, and it's 4 weeks
Nice.
out, so I'm super excited for all this. It'll be amazing. My posing routine set. I went to go look at my trunks today, which was amazing, and I was shooting our group some of the material and the pictures.
They're
Um,
beautiful.
I
I
know
love them.
they are so nice. It's just a matter of choosing which one.
I think you should do
Um,
rainbow personally.
yeah.
Could you do like all of them mixed together? Are you getting them
I think
custom made?
custom made. Yeah.
Can you have them do that? Like do like
I should just
just
do a
have
patch of this and a patch of
yeah, that
that.
would look cool.
You know what was actually really cool about this procedure? So like I brought my trunks that I wore previously, and
Did
it
you
was
say
like
that a procedure?
procedure of getting the trunks done, the custom trunks,
Oh,
not like
okay.
a surgical procedure. I'm getting trunks permanently put on me.
Inked on you.
I
Yeah,
thought you were
yeah.
getting, I thought you were getting it like another procedure, like
I know. That's why I was like,
I,
Like,
I
what
was
an
like,
odd
wow,
way to
I've been
say it.
out. I've been
It's
out
like
for
this
a
is
minute.
bad timing. Like, shouldn't you wait after the show?
Yeah.
You're gonna get the procedure now.
Wow.
Like,
Jeez.
so I brought my trunks that I used previously, and those ones I bought them off Etsy, and it's just like they're small, they're short in the back, so I had to glue them to my ass so they didn't show my butt crack. So there are all these different things, and so when I got there, she was like, I want you to try these ones because the ones that I had, I wanted the thinner straps in the sides because of my abs. And she was like, I want you to try these ones. And they showed off in my head the way I felt. I was like, there's way more butt that I'm comfortable with right now. And the other ones were very sort of, they were also revealing, but she was just like,
them shorts.
yeah. Like she was just like, honestly, she was like, it looks really good. And I
Yeah.
think this is just your mental
It
hangups.
is. Mhm.
And I'm like, really? Because like in my head, I'm just like, I didn't get skin removal on my ass. I didn't do this. I didn't. So in my head, I'm like so self-conscious about it. She's like, it looks freaking great. She's
Mhm.
like, I wouldn't even add any more material to cover anything. I would just leave it as it is. I'm like, really? She's like, I would just go a bit higher so it doesn't show your butt crack and you don't have to glue it to your body. But other than that, I'm like, wow. So again, like even where I am 4 years out and at this point in my physical journey, I still have all those hangups too, right? So it
Yep.
doesn't just end
Mhm.
We miss you too, Dom, and everyone. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, friends.
Yeah, so that is
Yeah.
one of my NSVs.
So can we maybe stop talking about your butt crack just for a second?
no,
Like,
why?
okay, never mind. I'll just
Why
shut
would
up.
Brings
you
the
do, why would
money.
you do that? Why would you
Brings
do
That's
that?
how we get
money
the
in.
views. We did get a lot of views as you
Yeah.
were starting to talk about your
Right?
butt.
Yeah.
The butt
Yeah. All of a
crack.
sudden
Hi,
people
Tina.
see
How's it going?
pouring
It's
in.
gonna be hashtag dem booty, dem
Them
butt,
booty.
dem booty
That-
butt.
That
Oh my
booty.
gosh. That booty.
That booty.
Well, friends, as you're coming on, feel free to share non-scale victories. We're just like being casual, you know, Murph's back. We're just kind of having him get integrated back in. So that's why we're like, let's just do non-scale victories, have some fun. So feel free to share your non-scale victories as Rob continues to talk about his butt.
Mhm.
And yeah, so feel free. I'd love to hear some of your guys's.
Yeah.
Murph, do you have any non-scale victories? The man that everybody wants to hear from, or do you want to
Right.
give like your life updates?
Yeah.
Or maybe
Or he's just posing, statue pose.
it looks
Like-
like he's contemplating. Like,
That's his NSV. His NSV is like, I got this really sick jawline as of late, and I'm just gonna right there.
just hit it.
While he's holding that pose, Sharky Chicky 13, how's it going? Scale victory. Wore a belt for the first time ever to hold up my shorts. Woo! Honestly,
Yeah.
belts are so awesome. Like I would never wear a belt previously, and having access to a belt and wearing belts, like my wife's just like, why do you always wear a belt? I'm like, I sort of love it because I could never wear one before. Do you know why? Is because the buckle would imprint the underside of my belly and it would hurt
Oh.
every time I would get up because I had to have to unstick it. And so
Yep.
I don't have that issue anymore. So that is an awesome NSV or a scale victory. It's a bit of both, Sharky Chicky.
Yeah. Well, I know mine's kind of like a scale victory. I'm trying to get a picture on here because it kind of goes along with it. Oh, it'll take me a second to pull it up here, but
Okay, you pull it up. I'm gonna read LaShawn's because I
okay,
love
perfect.
LaShawn's.
Yes.
LaShawn's not sure if there's a non-scale victory. It sure is, but I've had to tap into my resources for mental health more than ever this past week,
Mhm.
and I'm proud of myself for doing so. And I'm proud of you for doing that too, because it is something that, you know, especially as we go on with our journey, we feel like, okay, well, I don't need to utilize these resources anymore because this is life now. This is what I should be prepared to do. And the fact that you're able to recognize that, hey, I need to use some of these resources and I need help for some of these things is pretty awesome. So congrats for doing that. Good for you.
Well, it's true because it's like we go so there's so much that you learn from having bariatric surgery, and so much of it is mental. And so
Mhm.
it's cool being able to go through hard situations and hard circumstances and go, wow, like I handled that so differently now than I would have before. Does it
Yeah.
still suck and is it still horrible? Like, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's cool to have, you know, more resources and be able to tap into that differently.
Yeah. And no, even if, you know, it's great that we're doing that with mental resources, but even physical resources, because I
Yeah.
find that I think more people are apt to using resources for mental challenges or struggles
Mhm.
because we know that those don't necessarily go away and it takes a lot longer to heal those wounds.
Yep.
But I find that with the physical things, people are just like, come on, in their head, that's the battle. They're just like, I've been doing this for 3 years. I should know better. Or I
Yeah.
think we end up getting into that stubbornness that might have gotten us into trouble in the first place. I know I have, and that's been a
Mhm.
challenge. So being able to reach out possibly to your dietitians out there and some of the other resources you have, some of the amazing dietitians we have in our community, like
Mhm.
I think not limiting ourselves, like you said, Shay, is
Mhm.
really important.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna show Murph's trying to get back on. He said his laptop had had a poop out, so he's coming back again.
Yeah.
But while he's getting that connected, I'm gonna show you the picture, Rob, and you try to guess what it is. Kind of a scale victory, so just what
All
the
right.
victory is, okay?
Okay. What? You were able to do pull-ups unassisted.
Not quite. That's a good guess, though.
You did
So
dips.
no, it's a little not so on the nose as that.
Okay.
So on the weight assisted pull-ups, it goes up to 175.
Mm-hmm.
And so Dylan's like, how much do you weigh now? Like, go on there and see if it'll dip down. And I'm under 175, the lowest I've been. And so I was like, okay, let me see if I could go. And then I did it with no hands. So it was just kind of like fun to see, like, oh, I'm under 175. That's the highest. But actually, I'm only doing between 70 and 85 pounds of assistance for pull-ups and stuff. But yeah, I thought that, and Dylan's like, let me take a picture. I was like, oh, that's kind of a fun one where it's like, yep, I'm below 175 now, and it's kind of fun.
Oh,
so
that's
that was a
awesome.
cool one.
Congratulations. That's amazing. We also had radical body transformation. So James also watching this live video. Hey, James, we will see you in less than 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks. We're going to be ready.
And don't worry, I know the deadline. I'm usually like the first to turn
me
stuff
too.
like that, but I finally got my song solid and picked, and I need to just kind of edit my essay a little bit, but I will get it in before the deadline.
Mine, I'm too busy helping edit everyone in our team's audio, so it will come. I will get it in for the deadline. Murph.
Yes.
Or sorry, James. I do want to shout out Dom here. My NSV is I can walk past the mirror and be proud of what I look like. Dude, you look killing it, man. You look so good.
And he's in Wonderland now. I saw that. So proud of you, Dom.
Yeah,
so
man.
cool.
And the awesome part about you, Dom, is you have that swagger, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that for a long time, and this is just me, sort of my observation, I think for a long time, majority of that was based on the fact that you are like a ball of sheer charisma. But I feel like when I watch your shorts and your videos and your reels and stuff, I'm just like, yo, this guy's starting to believe this. Like this, like this is, he's stepping into that charisma, into that person. Oh, Murph is back. Don't move.
He's back again.
He's back again.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm back.
So yeah,
I don't
that's what I totally.
That was crazy.
I love it.
You're making a comeback to your comeback. What do they say? Yeah. There's no such, or every setback is an opportunity for a comeback, and you're just really driving home that point tonight.
Yeah, I think you messed that one up.
Sure.
Staying up.
Isn't that what they say? Every setback is an opportunity for a comeback. Isn't that how it goes?
That sounds very long.
Dom taught it to me. No, I'm just kidding.
Dom was drunk.
That does sound like something drunk Dom would say.
Yeah.
I also want to call out Dr. Shan Mack.
Yay, I like
NSV.
that one.
Yeah, this is a good one. She said, latest NSV was chosen to be a speaker at Bariatric Society Retreat 2025. Amazing. Awesome. And she said she's remembered her calcium thanks to ProCare and the JBY swag bag.
Good for you.
Amazing.
Congratulations. Can you give us a little hint about what
your topic?
Yeah, what are you going to be talking about?
Yes, I'd love to hear it.
Murph, how to show the young guys how to party. That's what it's going to be about.
Yeah. Murph, did you see mine was kind of a scale victory, but it was when you were coming on, I wanted to show you too. So this is the weight assisted pull-ups, and the highest weight that it goes to assist is 175. And so I was able to go on without it dipping down because I'm under that now.
That's awesome. That's
pretty
incredible.
Cool, right?
Way to go. That's so cool. So what is your Shay? What is your like routine? Because like, are you going to the gym like every day now? Or is that your thing?
I'm doing 4 days a week now. So yeah, so not every day, but close. I mean, majority going than not, but yeah, it's going good. I'm doing like splits. So I'll do the first day is I just got like a new routine, so I don't have it like memorized quite yet, but let me pull it up. I do day 1, glutes and back, day 2, chest and shoulders, day 3, quads and hams, which is like the worst day. I hate that day. And then day 4 is arms and core. So just kind of like breaking things up, but I'm like getting higher and higher on my personal records. It's been really fun. And I was just talking to somebody today saying like, I'll be so curious to see how I feel after the competition, because I really like more of just like getting stronger. And it's not even for the competition. Like it'll be interesting to see how, if my mindset changes or not after. I don't know. It'll just be interesting, but it's been a lot of fun. I just feel really strong and like
That's awesome.
I could just
Love it.
take somebody down. Murph, if you end up coming to
Oh my God,
Canada,
I'm gonna have to
piggyback, or like you're gonna be on my back. Because
Wow.
that's what I did with Rob. I'm pretty strong now.
Yeah.
So.
And Arthur, she's gonna do.
I'm gonna try to get as many piggybacks in as I can.
Do reps. Do the rep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
I love the fact that you're talking about the strength aspect, especially when you're prepping for like a competition, because a lot of times people are just like, because even with me, my approach is it's the look of it, right? That's sort of that. But I find that especially for your first competition, and especially if you're sort of wading into the waters and trying to see what this whole world is like, you just get so many different benefits from competing. You get so many different things that you learn about yourself and things that transcend just a bodybuilding competition. So I love hearing that the things you're taking away are things like, you know, what you had mentioned. Things like Mary even said, you know, her muscle development. I'm going to share a picture.
Yeah.
This is Mary in motion. She sent this because she's going to be on my website, and I am so proud of her muscle development. Boom.
Yeah,
look at the guns.
Look at that.
Look at the guns.
teardrop.
Look at the delt. Like
And her booty too.
And the booty.
Mhm.
You're talking, and she was just like, I was like, a lot of the females who I talk to at the gym, the question they ask is about the delt arm
Teardrop.
the teardrop and how to do that. And I'm like, Mary, you have this.
Mm-hmm.
And she is, and like Mary is like, she's so trained and she never wants to draw attention to things.
She's like the exact opposite of you, Rob.
She's like, yeah, where I'm just like, guys, look at this. And they're like, stop showing me pictures of you. And I'm just like, look at all these benefits, all these things that you're doing. That's just so amazing. So Mary, congratulations. You are absolutely killing it. I'm super proud of you.
And the other thing too that I've just been thinking about, it's like, it's so cool just having like a foundation. I think that's what I've been thinking a lot about lately, is like the part that I've been in for this last year has been the hardest because it's been, or for me, it's felt the hardest because it's like you're building the foundation. But it's like once the foundation is built, it's easier to maintain it over time, incorporate it into your lifestyle. And like, so I'm excited for this next year where it's like, I think in the next year, I'll be able to start seeing more like definition and kind of see more of the physical results of like this foundational year. So that'll be really cool.
Yeah, that's a big thing, right?
I think the plan, Shay, if you know, for you, are you going to continue to go to the gym and do this even after the competition? So this isn't just I mean, you've created a pattern in your thought process, the way that you want your body to look and to react to the movements, and you're starting to see the muscles and the, you know, and so and this is exciting, right? I mean, this is like, well, and I don't want to speak for you, but like, you've never really done this before, right? So like, this is new, and it's not, you know, some people, you know, would think of bodybuilding competitions as like an unhealthy project or an unhealthy,
and they can be
way of life or something like that. But I mean, if you are doing, you know, 4 days a week, that's healthy. You know, I think most people would say go to the gym 4 days a week. You know, you're building a new routine and a new structure for your life, and you're not just doing it for this competition. This is for life. Like, this is to keep going and keep making yourself better. So to that, I would just say I'm super proud of you. Like, this is really awesome. This is something that I feel like a lot of people in the community, including myself, this is hard to do, guys. What you guys are doing,
hard to start.
Do not sell yourself short at all. Yeah, it's definitely hard to start. And then once you get that momentum going, you know, and then you achieve that goal, or you get to that weight or that competition or that thing, and then you're like, okay, I did it, I'm done, you know. But if you start with that, you know, you keep that pattern going and you keep that regimented system going, and you see the benefits in it and you fall in love with it and it's something that you enjoy doing, then why not continue doing it, right?
Yeah.
Like it's in the long run, it's gonna benefit you.
Yeah. Well, and I'm just so excited because it's like my next goal, or what I hope after the competition is over. I want to look into conceiving more, like that's always been my long-term goal of getting pregnant. And so
Yeah.
that'll be kind of what I think I'll focus on after the competition is done. And it's like, that'll be another fun transition of like, I'm just so thankful I've built so much strength and muscle to support that for when I do get pregnant. I'll be able to stay in the routine, with modifications and adjusting, but
Sure.
it's like I want to keep up that strength training throughout my pregnancy and like postpartum. And so I just feel like I'm at like a really good place for that too. And that's been like the ultimate goal,
Yeah.
this whole time. So I'm
Yeah.
excited.
You're,
And I
you're-
love-
I'm just I have to say, sorry, Rob. I know I keep
No,
cutting you off.
go for it.
Where
But, like-
everyone's sick of Rob. It's cool.
Yeah. I've talked way too much the past few weeks.
No, it's all right. I just like Shay, like you're because of your age, you're so young. Like you're exactly where I wish I would have been, 10, 12, 13 years ago. You know what I mean? Like I when I had my 30th birthday, I remember I was overweight, and then I lost a bunch of weight, and I did like I did a warrior dash, and then I did it, and then I gained all the way back, and then some, and and it's like, man, if I could go back and tell my 30-year-old self, like to stay consistent with that, like where would I be now? I mean, I probably never would have met you guys. So, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
But, it's like you're gaining so much at such a young age.
Yeah.
Like take it from this old fart, like you're going to be thanking yourself. Like your 40 something year old self is like loving you right now. You know what I mean? So like keep it up. Just keep it up. I'm super proud of you. It's really exciting.
Thank you. Well, it's my ultimate goal is to be able to beat both of you guys up. And I think I'm pretty close. I think if not there, pretty close. So
you could take Rob, I think.
Definitely.
I've got a few
Easy.
pounds on. I think
No, I love hearing about that because again, like I think sometimes people look at the whole transformation or bodybuilding or competition thing very, I wouldn't say one track mind or very one dimensional, but really like, and this is why I'm so passionate about it, is because it is an experience that continues giving to your life if you allow it to. Right? If you look at it from the way that you've looked at it, the way that a lot of us have looked at it in our group, because we've prepared ourselves for that, we've supported each other through that, the way that I look at it, and the way that the idea is we are going to take these experiences and how is that going to translate to other aspects of our life moving forward. The fact that 5 years down the line, if I fail or if I regain or whatever the case might be, I know what to do. It's just a matter of implementing that now. And I know what I'm capable of. That's the biggest thing for me. I know what I'm capable of. So now when I look at different things, I'm just like, oh, I can do this because I know what I've been able to do.
Yeah.
Right. And so I love seeing that manifest in you and what you're saying. I love seeing that manifest in our group and the different members. So that's why I love this sort of experience for people.
Yeah. It'll be cool. I was also thinking too, like I had this image pop into my head too of like, wouldn't it be cool to like do the RBT competition, but being pregnant, like,
yes,
I think that would be so cool. Like,
That'd be
again, because
cool.
again, it's a different reason for me going into it. It's like, I want to showcase what strong bodies can look like, and they don't all fit the same mold. Right. So I don't know if there has been any pregnant people, but that would
not
be
that I know
cool
of.
to do.
That's cool.
James, it's coming.
I don't know. We'll see.
James, hopefully it's coming. There's lots. So Dr. Shan Mack said that her proposal was what's new in obesity medicine. So it'll most likely be about the latest meds and studies about the meds, which is great because again, Murph and I talk about when we had our surgery, we didn't have access to all this information. That's a short 3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so GLP-1s were not offered to me. They weren't discussed with me at that time. Would I have probably gone to something like that before or at all not had the surgery? Maybe. right? But now we're getting to that point, so that's a great topic. I think that would be very awesome.
Mhm.
Anna, this week's NSV is fitting into stilettos that I haven't been able to wear in like 10 years.
Yes, girl. She's
Yep,
gonna be
that's-
twerknado is coming in hot with her stilettos.
yeah. Oh gosh, that's gonna be awesome. She said that you're gonna be total muscle mommy.
That's the plan.
Hashtag muscle mommy. Yeah.
I love Cheryl's too. Cheryl said
Yeah.
NSV went clothes shopping in the back of my closet. Stuff
Aw.
I couldn't fit into after the regain. They all fit again. That's such a great feeling. So awesome.
I've got a fun NSV.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I guess. So we went to Cedar Point
Yes.
over the weekend, and I was actually kind of pissed that I only walked 14,000 steps that day.
Oh
Like,
boy.
I
That's
wanted
a lot.
I wanted more. Like,
Yeah.
like that's the first time. So the last time we went to Cedar Point, I walked 24,000 steps on our first day, 26,000 steps on our second day. So like it's opening season right now. So like the hours, it's like it opens at 10 and closes at 8. And
Mhm.
normally, like when we went last time, we went, we got the early entry because we stayed on campus. And so we got in at like 9, and then we would leave at like 10 p.m. So I was able to get like 20 something, 1,000 steps each day because we were there for 3 days. And so we went and I left and I got home and I was like, all right, let's look and see what I got. Like 14,000. I was like, what? Like, I wanted more. I wanted and then it kind of dawned on me, and it was kind of funny. Like, when in my life have I ever said like
I want more steps?
Walk more steps at Cedar Point? You know what I mean? Like,
well, and like think about your past self walking 14,000 steps. Like what would your body have felt like back before surgery? I mean, assuming that you could do 14,000 steps, what would your body feel like after?
I couldn't on my best day.
Yeah.
I probably couldn't do 3,000 to 5,000 steps.
Mm-hmm.
And that would kill me. Like I'd be in agony. I'd be in pain. I probably wouldn't walk the whole next day. I never, that 10 years ish of my life where I was, pushing, 480, four, almost 500 pounds. Like, yeah, it wasn't an option to go to Cedar Point. Like it wasn't an option. There's no way. Like I'm the only one that's going to ride the rides with the kids. And if I can't do it, like we're not going. Sorry, guys. And so like for like 10 years, we didn't even go to Cedar Point. And so I don't know. I love Cedar Point. It's a childhood. Yeah, I've been going to Cedar Point like my whole life. Every summer, my grandfather took me when I was a real young kid, like 5, 6, 7 years old. And so that 10 years missing out, just kind of sucked. But now it's like I can go, and we got season passes, so that was our first trip of the year.
Nice.
So we're gonna
How
go
far
again.
is it from your guys' new house?
It's an hour.
Oh,
It's
that's perfect.
Yeah, and it's just straight high. We actually get on the one of the Ohio turnpikes, and it's like $5, and then we go like 85 miles an hour, and like less than an hour. Like I can get there pretty quick. The turnpikes are quick. But yeah, just to be able to like last time we went, it was like, yeah, I got to ride every single ride, and I got to fit on all the rides, and to get the 20,000 plus steps. But this time I only rode like 3 or 4 rides with the kids because our time was limited, and I only got 14, almost 15,000 steps. I was like, daggone it, I want more steps than that. I did all this work. Like I want my steps in.
You'll have plenty of time.
It was just a fun. I don't even know if that's a non-scale victory, but
yeah,
that's
awesome.
I was excited to get my steps in. I was excited to ride roller coasters. I was excited to like be alive and be there and enjoy time with my kids. And I didn't get all the steps in that I wanted to get. I wanted to get at least 20,000 steps.
The fact, though, that you could have gone longer, I think, is so impressive. Like, again, even just doing half of the day that you did that day prior to surgery probably wouldn't have even been like a feasible option. And the fact that you were like, oh, I could keep going. Like, that's like crazy. That's so cool.
It was the first year ever that I've ever been there that we didn't take the Sky Tram to get from the front
That's
of
awesome.
the park to the middle of the park. We walked the whole thing.
Wow.
And so yeah, we walked the entire park, and it was a blast. It was a lot of fun.
And
I
then-
can't wait to go do it again and again and again.
The other question is, how did you feel the next day? Again, thinking back, because that's when I would always feel it after theme parks, is like my body the next day, I would just be a wreck. Like, how did you feel the next day?
I took a nap midday.
But that's more because we're old, though.
I was just
That's-
going to say, that's
pretty
just
much.
aging.
I had to drive, so it's an hour there in the morning, and then walking around, and then an hour back, and then crashed, and then get up, and then I had to drive 4 hours the next day to go drop kids off and stuff like that. But in between dropping and picking up kids, I took like a 45-minute nap. I was just beat.
But how did your body feel?
Oh, I felt great. I mean, like my feet
Yeah.
didn't hurt, my ankles didn't hurt, my legs didn't hurt, like nothing.
Nice.
You weren't
nothing that-
swollen like a balloon. Isn't
nothing
that
about
wild?
my
Like,
nothing about my body, like that wasn't the issue. I was just tired, I
Yeah.
was just like, nah. I think it was raining, it was just like it was kind of a mad day,
I think like the farther you get out from surgery, it's easy to forget those details. And so I try to remind myself of that all the time, of like, where I'll close my eyes and I'll go back to that, of like, how would my body have felt before? I would have been all swollen all over. My knees would have been aching. My lower back would have been aching. I would have been so tired. Like, it's just, I think it's important to remember those things, because it's easy to forget as our lives like become more normal and what they are now, and I don't want to forget those things.
Yeah. The normalcy of this new life. I mean, I'll be 4 years post-op in July. Yeah. And so it's just crazy. It's just what is this life? It never ceases to amaze me, and I don't ever want to forget where I've come from. Even on my worst days, when I'm feeling bloated or I'm feeling like I didn't get enough steps in or something like that, it's like, hey, think about that other guy. Just take a minute to think about that other guy. Like, he couldn't have done half the shit you did today. Like, he couldn't have done any of this. He couldn't even work. And it's like, I'm so excited. I'm starting a new job in a couple weeks. And I'm going to be on my feet again, hopefully getting. That was one of the questions I asked in my interview is, am I going to get 20,000 steps? Because I want to get my 20,000 steps in my 12-hour shift. I want to be able to walk. And they're like, oh yeah, you'll get 20,000. All right, sold. I'll take the job. Like, I want to get my steps in. I want my routine back. I want I want to get back into the swing of things.
But your cafe latte has remained the same. Nothing's changed with that, right?
Actually.
Oh no. Hot take.
So there's this place in Toledo, in the Toledo area. There's a couple of them. They're called Home Buys. Does anybody know of Home Buys? Has anybody heard of this place? Okay. So it's like all discounted stuff. It's like a I don't know, like an Ollie's or like a
like grocery discount kind of stuff.
Well, there's groceries there, but there's like other stuff too. It's all like discounted stuff.
Okay.
They've got protein drinks here. That's where I got my pumpkin spice latte a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you guys saw that video. I found a case of pumpkin spice, and there was only a couple cases left. They were $10 a piece.
Nice.
And so I got one of those, and then I just got a Fruit Loop protein drink. It's not by Premier Protein. And I thought it was going to taste like piss, but it tastes like the milk
of the
okay.
30 grams of protein, 160 calories. I was like, oh my God, I got to try it. Cause that's the greatest, And so I've been drinking that a lot. And again, it was like a $10 case. So I've been mixing it up a little bit, getting away from the cafe latte. Not, we're not breaking up or anything yet. But like, I'm just.
You guys are kind of on a break though. Like
we're kind of on a break just for summer. I want some summery flavors, and I know pumpkin spice isn't summer. That's fall, obviously. But I could drink pumpkin spice all year round. But the Fruit Loop, man, I have to look and see what the brand is. But it says Fruit Loop on it. It's not like a generic Fruit Loop. It says Fruit Loop. It's got the toucan on it and everything. It's
wow. Is it Kellogg's? Like that does a Premier Protein?
But it's not Kellogg. It's like
okay.
It's called 6 Star, I think, or 8 Star.
Okay, yeah, 6 Star. Yeah.
Is it 6 Star? Did I get it right? Okay.
Yeah.
And it was really, really good. Just by itself, it was good. Mixed it in with some coffee, and it was still really
good. What if
you
poured that over Fruit Loops? Would that just be insane?
Oh my God.
It's gonna be for my carb load. I'm gonna do
I know what I'm having for breakfast.
Yeesh.
Yeah, right.
I
I'm
like
putting
We
on
have
some
a-
frosted flakes or something, you know.
Yep.
Loop with the frosted flakes.
We have some other cool non-scale victories that
Yeah.
I want to read. But before I do, Anna did point out that I am the biggest bookworm out of the three of us. And
Loser.
I'm the only one
Loser.
that doesn't have books in my background. I need to change that. You
Yeah.
guys are posers.
We're just pretend losers. You are a full.
I'm the
loser.
actual loser.
You are
yeah.
the loser.
I read half of that book right there. I read it. It was really good. I got to like more than half, like 2/3 of it.
Are we talking Fourth Wing?
We're talking Fourth Wing. I loved it.
Buddy, I
until-
gotta give
until
you
it got
no.
smutty. It got smutty, and I was just like,
Right?
I like
Dylan
Yeah.
gets a little uncomfy with the
I don't
smut
like the
too.
smutty stuff.
I think
I
Mary
gave
said the
you
same.
I gave you some recommendations. Like I need to give them to you again because I think you just need something a little lighter and not so like long.
A Court of Thorns and Roses is another one that I really enjoyed, but it is 8 books, and so
I
that's
think okay, so you're gonna have to do
good.
I think TJ Klune, Under the Whispering Door. I just listened to that one on audio because I know you're an audiobook guy, right?
that
You
sounds
like the
smutty
audio.
right off the bat. Under
No,
Right?
oh, I know it sounds.
is
No, it's not
totally.
like that at all. No, it's not smutty at all. At all. It's really
I
good.
believe you.
Trust me, I promise. If
Zero
anybody
belief.
has I know it does kind of sound like that in this context, but I swear it's not. And then Under the Cerulean Sea is another one that he writes, and it's really, I think it would just be like right up your alley.
Okay.
And it's shorter. It's not like, and it is part of a series. So if you want to read the series, you can. If not, you can just read the standalone books, and they're really good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see if I can get it on my my Kindle. I got a Kindle to help me out.
You're a
Mhm.
liar. You're a liar.
No, I did. I got a Kindle.
Yeah, he's
did.
got it.
I don't lie. When have you? I don't lie.
That's your job,
I went
Rob.
to-
You're
my
the
job.
liar.
That's
I
my
went
job.
to Princeton, and
Yeah.
While there,
You too?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Rob, do you want to read Jamie's NSV?
There are others before that. So
Oh, okay.
Kelby Blackburn
yes.
10 just got my FDL tummy tuck with Dr. Shivers today. Congratulations.
Yes,
Congrats,
so
yeah.
jealous.
Exciting.
More so jealous just that you got to hang out with Dr. Shivers and his
For
team.
real.
Like they're
Yeah.
amazing.
They're great people.
Yeah. Jamie did say, first time in 38 years since I was 11 years old. I'm not actively trying to lose weight. That is amazing.
That's cool.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Hi.
Murph is finally back.
Oh, Murph is finally
Hey.
back.
Why am I not on there?
You are. There's a delay on this one. This one is the real deal, man.
The real deal.
Awkward silence.
Daddy, can you put that filter that Murph has?
No, because there's no love in our house, just in Murph's house. Murph,
Yep.
do it. Do it.
I can't do it because it's.
Oh,
not
he
on my
doesn't have
phone.
love yet.
He doesn't
on my
have
phone.
love, and that
No,
hasn't moved into
Yeah.
your
This house
new
hasn't-
house
I
yeah.
yet.
love mommy.
You love. What a jerk. She goes, yeah, but I
You
love
said there's no
mommy.
love. You said
What
there's
about
no
this
love.
guy?
You said there's no love in you.
No, in this house, but because of you.
But I love mommy, so there is love.
So there is love.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
I
love
also
in the
love
house.
my squishmallows.
Not for Rob.
And Daddy,
Okay.
Sometimes.
All right. All right.
not Marcus.
Okay, go, bro.
Not Mark.
But not Marcus.
Poor Marcus.
Get out of here, man.
Marcus.
Just, he'll be in soon. So that was Jamie's. Congratulations. That is amazing. That is huge. I love that. Sorry, I'm scrolling. Yeah, Jamie follows that up. After losing 483 pounds, it's surreal. I could only imagine. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Anna calling us posers. Arthur coming down from the attic.
Yes.
I'm excited to see Arthur.
I know, me too.
Murph, I would like, now that we've gone through some NSVs, I want to hear just like an update. Let everyone know where you've been, what's been going on in case they don't know. But I'd like to hear, man.
Yeah. All good things. All good things. We just moved To a small town. It's like south of Toledo. So if I used,
I know
can't do,
what
I
do you
can't
even
really.
use anymore.
So I'm down like here now, like
It's like,
over
is it
here.
like Ohio kind of like that?
Ohio's like, this is the line for Ohio, right? And then we're just like
Jeez.
right over the border, like 20 minutes. We're not far from Michigan, but we're south of Toledo in a little town called Rossford. It's about 6,000 people.
Does
Super
it feel
cute.
weird? Like, do you forget that like you live in Ohio now and not Michigan? Like, I remember when I moved from California to Oregon, it's like weird. I live in Oregon. Like, do you feel like that?
Well, I lived in Ohio for 12 years.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
so I lived in Columbus for 12 years with my ex-wife and my other three kiddos. And so moving back to Ohio actually sucks because I swore I'd never move back to Ohio again. I just hated it. Ohio drivers are awful, but the people are nice, and this town is really nice. We've already made some friends, and our neighbors are pretty cool. They're chill. We're on a quiet, narrow street where it's like it's not two lanes really. It's like one lane, and you got to wait for the other person to like flash their lights at you to let you know like to come down, and then everybody waves at each other like, oh,
Yep.
thanks for letting me come by. It's just this quaint little town. If you go, let's see, if that's east, so that's north. So if you go south, we've got like the library, the fire department, the police station, the high school, football field, gas stations, little stores and stuff like that. And then if you go the other way, if you go north, you're hitting the river. You're running right into the Maumee River, and it's like a half a block, maybe a block, like a city block. But the blocks here are really small, so I'd say it's like a block. And then we're right on the river, and it's good fishing, good walleye here. And,
What?
yeah, really, really nice. There's a walleye run every year in the Maumee, and it's big. It's a big deal.
Is that
yeah,
a type of fish? Sorry, I don't know my fish.
it
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
That's
it called
actually
again?
walleye. It's like
Walleye.
and actually the semi-pro hockey team here is the Walleyes. And they're affiliated with the Detroit Red Wings, I think is what I heard. And they've got like their own little, ice rink downtown. And the downtown area is nice. There's parts of town, of course. I mean, it's Toledo. Not a super great, safe up in that area, but we're like so far south. We're not really affiliated with that. And so we're just kind of hiding down here, and we'll go to, into town if we need to, but we got everything we need here, and we
Nice.
absolutely love it. And so my wife and
Honestly,
I,
I'd be more scared of the walleye fish. I'm looking at those. Those are freaky looking.
they're freaky, aren't they? With that big, yeah.
They taste so good though.
Real? Is it like a white fish?
Yeah, they're awesome. They're one of the best to eat.
I think all fish are white fish, aren't they? No,
Well, like salmon is a pink fish.
is that technically pink?
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess it is. Okay.
Or like rockfish, I think isn't white.
I catch fish and then release them, and that's really all I know about fish. I'm not a huge fisherman.
That's
when I was a
fine.
kid, my grandpa would take me fishing a lot, but like it was always catch and release. And I love to fish. I know how to fish, but I've never like cleaned and skinned and
Really?
like Rob, I'm sure you have, right? I mean, like you're. I've never actually done that. I've never owned like a fishing license or anything like that. So I think I have to get one. And a pole. I think I need to get a pole.
Unless you just go bare hands, like
Just do it.
Just go in there and just grab them.
yeah.
But no, it's just like a really cool. I was telling you guys, off air before we started, like Elisa and I were sitting on the porch and we're just talking about how boring and just like relaxing and calm. Like the birds are chirping and it's just, we're sitting out on the porch and neighbors walk by and they just wave and everybody's walking their dogs. And it's just, it's a night and day difference from where we were in Lansing. We miss everybody in Lansing. We miss our small community there. We did a lot for our community there. We worked at both the hospitals there, and we fell in love with a lot of the people there. But for our mental health, for just health benefits all around. We just needed a change of pace. We can't stay in that situation expecting things to change. And so we needed to get out, and we needed to be, and we're closer to our kiddos' other parents.
That's
Which
great.
is nice because they both live in Ohio. And so we're closer, so that our commute time, to meeting them every week is shorter. So that's
good.
nice.
That's
So
awesome.
less driving. Just the benefits. Just like, we always make a list of pros and cons when we make decisions and stuff, and there weren't really a whole lot of cons in this decision. It's kind of a no-brainer. We didn't think we'd get this house, and we did. And so, we when we pray, we just we ask, God, let it be a huge, big, resounding yes or a big no. Shut it down, and like everything was just yes, including the job situation, working for the University of Toledo Medical Center, the benefits, being able to further our education. Our kids can go to UT for free. We can go to UT for free. We have to work there for a year, and then Elisa and I, after 6 months, we can we get X amount of credits, and we can start taking classes after 6 months, but the kiddos can't start for a year. So both of our boys are seniors this year. They're gonna have a graduation party in hopefully July, I think is what we're doing. And then they're gonna take a year off, and then start next fall at UT, and they both have a plan for what they're going to do. So we're on this, we've been on this, just make as much money as you can wherever you go, biggest bang for the buck kind of lifestyle, living paycheck to paycheck. And now we're actually able to settle down and invest in a 5 to 10 year plan.
That's awesome.
And really, really focus on bettering ourselves, bettering our education, bettering our living in situation, benefiting the kids. And so that's a lot. That's a huge mouthful of just awesome things, but I'm really excited. So thank you guys for letting me take the time off. We had 2 U-Haul trucks to move everything. It got stressful there towards the end. I quit smoking. So
incredible.
That's been fun.
How are you doing with that? Because that's a tough thing to do.
It's not been great at times. It's like the habit of it, like we were talking earlier. You're developing these habits to go to the gym 4 days a week. So I need to develop other habits, I think, to replace that. Unfortunately, my habit has been food to replace it. Being completely honest with you guys, I've gained some weight. It's not like I'm eating my emotions, because like all my emotions are good. It's like just this habit of this, this oral fixation. I find myself reaching for the dashboard where I usually keep my vape, and like I want to hit it while I'm on these long drives and stuff like that. And it's like, it's been 3-ish weeks, maybe more. And I still find myself reaching, like, where's my vape? Where's my vape? Where's my vape? And it's such a horrible addiction.
Have you done any crocheting?
Yeah.
No, I'm for real.
I know you are.
I know.
No, that's
anything you can do with your hands like that, it really does help. Crocheting or even coloring, anything where you're like doing a similar. I know it's like a different thing, but like try it. Give it a try.
I think the thing about smoking or vaping is like it's so instant gratification. It's so quick. I don't have time to sit down and crochet. I want to read a book. I don't really have time. And then when I do have time to do something, it's like I got to go build a fence in the back, or I got to go. Like today I vacuumed our house. Guys, our house is almost 3,000 square feet. I'm not used to having this big of a house.
Yep, it's a lot.
We have 2 vacuum cleaners. I had to use both of them and the Swiffer. It took me an hour just to clean the floors in this house today. And then
that's when you listen to your audiobook.
Yeah, I should have. I didn't think of it. I don't even know where my headphones are, honestly. I just the kids are telling me that I'm a jerk when they could tell that I quit smoking, and they said I was mean. And so I'm trying to find that equal medium. I'm trying to find that place where I'm not mean, and I think I'm doing okay. I'm getting better now that they've brought that to my attention. I didn't think I was being mean, but I can see where they would think that I was just
Yeah.
I was just doing me. You all right?
Like who's that?
I'm
Hi, Marcus. He can't hear me, can he?
He said hi, Marcus.
I just yelled in Rob's ears for no reason.
Yep.
Wait, did he move already?
Marcus,
Yeah, Murph moved. Look,
Marcus,
see,
I can smell you from here, buddy.
he can smell you from here.
Hey, I see a cat.
You see a cat? Yep.
That's Han Solo.
That's Han Solo.
He's the AI cat. He's
Yeah.
just part of the background.
Yeah, like this is Murph's new
He's
house.
not real. He's not a real cat.
He has a library.
He has a library, yeah.
Are we in the library right now?
Yeah, he's in the library right now.
Does he have a mansion?
Yeah. 3,000 square foot mansion, bro. Yeah, I know.
So you're in
We have a toaster that you can select the color that you want your toast to be.
They have a toaster that selects color. It's a racist toaster.
That's exactly what we call it too. I call it the racist toaster because it looks like it's got little pictures and it looks like little like swabs of skin color. It looks like it's.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This guy's like, I want to laugh too. Like he's trying to listen. He's like, I want to laugh. No, you can't. We're talking about sexy time stuff. Sorry. That's what. Okay, go to bed. I'll talk to you later.
So you're in Ohio right now?
He's in Ohio right now.
In
Yeah.
Ohio.
Look at his shirt, Toledo.
What's that?
Holy
That's
Toledo.
where he lives.
Toledo.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, mommy's calling you.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Mommy's calling you.
Did he fall for that? Did he
Yeah.
really? No. Wow.
Yeah.
You probably only have like another year of that.
I know.
While he falls for it.
I know.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Mom's got candy.
Hey.
Mom's
Yeah.
got candy for you.
Yeah. That'll be something else. Sorry to interrupt your update, man. Go ahead.
No, it's good, man. It's just all good stuff. It's just really, really good. Elise started on Monday in the ER. Well, she's doing her orientation, and then she'll start, I think, next week in the ER. And then I'll be starting on the heart and cardiovascular unit on the 2nd. We had to push it back because of Memorial Day. I was supposed to start on like the 26th, but we had to push it back.
Do you have a set
But-
schedule of what you're gonna like? What's gonna be your schedule, or is it on call like before?
So before I was working per diem, so I would make my own schedule.
Yeah.
So I would pick up my own shifts, and I could do 8-hour shifts, 6-hour shifts, whatever I wanted to work. I'd just go in and it had to be like X amount of hours a month. And it was like mandatory. I had to pick up like three 12s. One of them had to be a weekend, something like that. Like it was, per diem rules. But here it's actually all self-scheduling. So Elise's schedule and my schedule are both self-scheduling. So we'll be able to
That's amazing.
work with each other's schedules. So what we'll probably do, because she works nights and I work days, so I'll drop her off to go in at night. I'll come home and sleep, and then in the morning I'll go into work. She'll bring the car home, she'll sleep, and then we'll just do that for 3 days. So I'll work and she'll sleep, and then she'll work and I'll sleep, and then we'll just do that for 3 days, and then boom, we're done. So, and then I don't know what days we'll do that on.
That's so cool.
But-
It's self-scheduling. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever heard of that before or like that's just not how our system does it. So it's like you get to kind of just put in and then it gets approved kind of thing, or
And it doesn't always get approved.
Okay.
Like you put in with
What your preferences.
advanced notice, what your preference is, what you
Mhm.
want to work. Sometimes they say, yeah, that works. Or sometimes they say, no, unfortunately, 2 of those 3 days don't line up.
Got
or
it.
whatever. But they seem to be pretty flexible. And I told them that, our plan, because we only have the one vehicle right now, we hope to get another one soon. But, and they said they'd be willing to work with us on that,
Nice.
knowing that she works there in the ER, and they'll be totally accommodating. And so it's just such a blessing. Like it's all of it. It's, I don't know. When I started working in the ER originally, I had this imposter syndrome thing kind of going on. It was, I worked in the autism field for 19 years. This is a very different job. I'm seeing lots of different things and, traumas and things. And so, but this is being in this house, walking out of our bedroom door in the morning and walking outside onto the porch and like driving through town. It's still really, really unreal. And then starting this new job, it's different because before I couldn't believe that I was working in the ER. I couldn't believe that I was getting my 20,000 steps a day and I was being active and I was like helping like save people's lives, like being a part of that, like it was very surreal. But now it's like, it's surreal because it's like so different and it's so like literally it's been life-changing. This is all just a very literally like this is a completely different life.
Yeah.
Like everything's different. Like the faces are all the same, but like everything is different. The four walls are different. All the, I was telling Elise the other day, like if our artwork, like from our house, like the stuff that I'm familiar with, like the artwork that we have up on the walls, if it wasn't here, I would just think we were like staying in an Airbnb or something.
Yeah.
So bizarre.
Yeah.
But it's been great. And we just love it. And I'm excited. I don't know what the next, 6 months to a year, has in store. I'm hoping to transfer down to the ER because I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Do you have any idea? Because school will be covered. Is there anything that you're thinking about doing for school, or are you thinking about I think you mentioned that you were.
Yeah, so I definitely want to go back to school. Elise wants to get her bachelor's and then her master's, of course, and become a nurse practitioner. That's always been the plan for her. And through UT, she'll be able to do that.
So cool.
That would be great. CJ, my oldest, he is considering going to nursing school as well.
Awesome.
And just because it's UT, like UT has, I mean, you can get a bachelor's in anything. It doesn't have to be medical related. But our hospital is a training hospital. Like the training facilities are all attached to the hospital. So the medical campus is right there at the hospital. And he wants to do that. And so that was his choice. And I went to school for EMT. I worked in the ER for a couple of years. I think, and I got hired in at the fire station up in Michigan, and took the test, the physical agility test, and passed. And I don't know, I've just always had, I've always wanted to be a firefighter. But working bedside, working in the ER, I know that the trauma is tough, but now that we have a place where we can come home and there's some downtime, there's some silence,
decompress. And
I feel like, when we were living in Michigan, I couldn't decompress. It was 24/7 trauma. We weren't in the ghetto, but we just had we were surrounded by a lot of bad situations, and all at once. And we were in a popular part of the town, I feel like, where a lot of bad things would just happen. And now it's like, I feel like I could take on that role of an emergency room nurse, and, having had the couple years of tech experience, I feel like, with the EMT experience, not to pat myself on the back, but I think I'm good at it.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy doing it. I love taking care of people on their worst day because, here come the tears, yes. I guess. Damn it. I've been in that bed. I've been in that bed on my worst day, and I can remember the people that took care of me. I can remember the mean ones that were just like, well, you're just fat, and you just need to lose some weight. And then I can remember the other people that were like compassionate and empathetic and caring, and I needed them both, at that time. And they both helped me, and they both played their roles in my life. But I love being there for people when they need somebody who's empathetic and caring and compassionate, because there's not enough people like that in the medical field, I feel like. So firefighting is cool. being an EMT is cool. Being on the we call it the bus. Being on the ambulance is cool. But I think the ER, being an ER nurse, I think is really tangible.
Mm-hmm.
And to support a family as well, it pays like double what
Mm-hmm.
a firefighter would pay right now. So I got to take that into consideration too. And I've never been one to do things for the money, but
Hey, if you can get it lined up though to where it's something
Yeah.
you love and you make great money, like why wouldn't you want to do that? That's amazing.
work 3 days a week,
Mhm.
knock out the shifts, pick up some overtime if I have to, or whatever the case may be. It just sounds, it just sounds really cool. So I think that's
Well,
the next
and I keep forgetting, I don't, even though you've said it, but it's like the fact that you could get schooling for free, like
That's huge.
that's
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Like massive.
making money that way by getting free schooling too. That
Yeah.
would be amazing.
They pay for the books and everything.
Wow.
Like everything. Like you don't have to pay. I think the hardest part is going to be finding time, the 4 days a week that I'm not working, the 4 days a week that Elise isn't working, and then CJ is going to be working and Aiden's going to be working, and then the kids are in school, and like finding the time is going to be really, really tricky.
But you can also do it at a slower pace, right? Like it's not like you have to do it all.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
I mean, I think
could
like,
do it.
so after 6 months of being there, I think they give you 8 credit hours. Like you start with 8 credit hours, which is like part-time. I think it's 2 classes.
Yep. Mhm.
And so if I could just keep going at that pace, I mean, I'd
Mhm.
still be able to be a nurse within 5 years. So that's what I'm talking about, is like, we'll be on this 5-year-ish plan, for everybody. I think in 5 years, Elise will be an NP. I could have my bachelor's in nursing. CJ could have his. We could be in school together.
That would be
and
cool.
Aiden can do whatever he wants to do. We could all be just leveled up,
Mhm.
and ready for success. And that's not a lifestyle. That's not something we could offer in Lansing.
Mhm.
That wasn't at our disposal. We had Lansing Community College, which is where I went. And they had a lot of different classes, but this is the benefits just so outweigh any of the negatives. I think the biggest negative living here so far has been the planes. I don't know if you heard that.
I did.
I know. I didn't know. I was like, it must be at Murph's or Murph's.
Once in a while, we get a really low flying something or other coming through here, and it's rare.
Every time you just have to go, holy Toledo.
Yeah.
Holy Toledo. I've not even thought to say that one time.
I don't know. That
That's so
might be
funny.
something like I grew up like hearing a lot or something, because it's
Holy
like
Toledo.
I've wanted to say. I mean, I have said it a lot during the show, and I feel like I
Four
will continue to
times.
say it a lot.
She said 4
We'll do a holy Toledo count every show now.
Yeah.
'cause
We
I
have
just wanna
one.
keep saying
That's why I
it.
keep taking drinks. That's why.
Murph and I said we're gonna do a drinking game out of this.
I'll just say it all the time then.
I had a teacher who would say toodly-doo, and so I don't know why.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, you should
I would
not have
say
told me
toodly-doo.
that.
Oh no.
Toodly-doo.
You should not have told me that. That's what I'm gonna. I get things like that. I think it's part of my like ADD. Is like I get things like that, and it gets stuck in my head on repeat, where I say it in my head over and over and over. So, what was it again though? Now I already forgot. Toodly
I don't remember.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it again.
I
I'm
like
not
it.
sure what
Whatever
it
it was.
Walleye.
Toodly-doo?
We have lots of walleye.
Walleye,
here.
yeah, that's
Walleye.
it.
Let's talk about the
Toodly
walleye.
doo, toodly dee. See, this is
So,
what goes on in my
Yeah.
head.
So I mean, it has really meant a lot to me, for you guys, for everybody watching, but also Rob and Shay, for you guys to just let me just kind of dip out for the past like month, or I don't even know how long it's been. Honestly, my whole time frame has been so off. I feel like I haven't been on here in just a really long time. But we had to do this. We had to really
100%.
hunker down and really do it. Elise worked the last 10 days that we were in Lansing. She worked every single night, 10 days in a row. She busted her ass to make sure that we could really pull this off, and she was pulling some crazy OT so that we could do this. And the kids all love the move. Aiden's struggling with it a little bit. He's got a lot of friends up in Lansing.
Mhm.
But we've got ways, and they're all going off to college, and they're all driving, and and so but CJ loves it. All of his friends are actually here in Ohio and are going to be going to Bowling Green or UT.
Nice.
Bowling Green's about 20-ish, 25 minutes south of here. So his best friend is actually going to be going to Bowling Green, and then his other friend is going to be going to UT. And so it worked out for CJ. And everybody else is just really cool with it. Everybody else is really excited about it.
How are the little guys with their school? Do they like it?
So we homeschool.
Oh, that's right.
We've been homeschooling them, but the school system here is literally, I don't know if you've ever looked, but like you can check like school district ratings, you know, like and get like an A, B, C, D, E, you know, kind of ratings. Lansing was somewhere in between the C and D, and here in Rossford is more A and B.
Nice.
The schools are really, really great here. We want to continue homeschooling probably for the rest of the year, but we're considering them going actually next year in the fall, or this year in the fall.
Nice.
And they're excited about that. They like that social aspect. We only homeschool out of necessity. It just worked for us, you know. Where they were in the school district that we were in, they weren't learning. They weren't they were the smartest kids in the class, and they were a grade ahead. We could have bumped them up, but there was just so many other issues going on in the inner city school system kind of thing. And it, you know, when I'd called the teachers and said like, "Hey, we're gonna pull them," and they're like, "Yeah, we don't blame you."
Yeah.
They're great kids, and they're smart, and they'll be fine. And so, so we're thinking, you know, it might be cool to put them in. And the high school is right across. Well, the junior high and the high school are both across the street here.
Nice.
And then the elementary school is about 5 minutes up the road, and it's a brand new facility. And
Oh, that's awesome.
it's just like, I'm still, as I'm saying these things, it's like this is
my life. Yeah.
This is crazy. Like, I can't believe how awesome this is.
Awesome.
I never thought moving back to Ohio would be better for me and my family,
Don't you
because
love that?
I've always hated Ohio, but it's like, you know, it is what it is. Thank you, everybody. Sorry, I'm slacking on there's another plane coming. Thank you.
Holy
Thank you,
Toledo.
Oh my God.
Holy Toledo.
You're good. This is gonna be like the only thing that you'll hate about moving there is that I say this every show now. So get ready.
It's true. It's true.
That's funny. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. We're really excited. If you guys haven't seen our house tour, we did a little 15-minute tour yesterday of our big open space.
So like you have your big open space, and then does it go down and you guys have all your bedrooms like down on the other end? Is that how it is?
So all the bedrooms and bathrooms are at the other end. So we've got
That's cool.
and the master bedroom is huge. It's the size of like it's like 2 rooms combined with a master bathroom, which also has 2 rooms, and then there's a closet, which is also the laundry room, and it's like the size of our old bedroom. It's massive.
Nice. That's awesome.
And so the boys are in there because there's 4 of them, and it's plenty of space. Like, there's too much space in there still for them. And then the girls have like the second largest bedroom, and it works really nice for them. And Elise and I have the smallest bedroom in the house. There's no window in this bedroom, which is perfect for her working night shift.
That's true.
Yeah.
And so
Good point.
it just makes sense. We're never in there. This is our space. You know, this
Yeah.
is where we live. This is, you know, the kids like to go to their room and play their video games and watch their TVs and do their things. We are out here. So this is our bedroom. You know, this is our space.
Yeah.
And then we have a bed in a little tiny room that we go sleep in.
Yeah.
So it just made the most sense for us. And then we've got a parking lot outside. We could probably fit 10 to 15 cars out there. And then there's like grass space.
Ready for a party.
Yeah, no, it is. So this house used to be a VFW hall, the Veterans of Foreign Wars.
Oh wow.
It was the local VFW hall. So we've got like a flagpole out front, and it's just a big open space. We actually came across some pictures yesterday of people partying in this house. There was a bar in here, tables and chairs set up. Like the kitchen wasn't here. It was like a completely different. It was
Wow.
really cool. And people doing like karaoke and like having a
Yes.
fun time, just veterans. And then I guess it got closed down. I don't know what the history was, but they didn't need it anymore. So it was converted into a home, and now it's ours.
Nice. It's awesome.
Love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. I love it.
I'm super happy to hear about everything going so well. I'm very happy, and obviously, like you've been thanking us for all the different stuff and for being patient and giving you the time, dude. Like this is, we've said this from the beginning. This is what you guys needed, and
Mhm.
this was the best thing for you guys. And I honestly, over the past, couple years, you've had a lot of scares, you've had a lot of challenges, and when you told us about this was, to me, I was just like, this is so
Finally.
blessed.
Yes.
This is, oh my God. If I could have prayed for anything to happen to you guys, it would have been what just happened. To be
Mhm.
honest. Like being able to leave Lansing, being able to get away from some of the trauma associated with that and some of the trauma that's always going on there, to being able to both get jobs that you enjoy and that you like, and to be able to put your kids in an environment where they're able to thrive healthily and be supported and be safe. Like this is, oh my God, this is everything, man. Like,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
great.
amazing. I'm so happy for you, man.
Thank you guys, and I'm super proud of you guys. I've been popping in and out of the shows, and listening to everything that you guys are doing with the competition coming up and stuff, and I'm super excited for you guys. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to attend.
It's all good. I get it.
I didn't realize the process for getting a special license to get over there would be so arduous.
Yeah.
And it was just I couldn't, and it ran out of time, and but I'll be there in spirit for sure.
100%, man.
And I'm excited to see if there's a way that I can watch it live. Let me know.
I think
There
we were
will.
talking. We're gonna do I think it's allowed. James I think is okay with it, right? Or I think they're live streaming it.
They may
too.
live stream. If they don't, I'm sure someone in our group will
Dylan.
be able to live stream it. Yeah.
I will be here holding a sign. You just won't see it, but I'm rooting for you guys, and I'm super excited for you. And maybe next year, I'll be competing. I don't know. I'm still. You lost me at the sock. I honestly, I don't know if I could do that.
I just want to see you really tan, Murph.
I thought you were
feel
saying, I
like
just want to see you in a sock.
No, gross. I mean, not gross, but like that's like saying that about my brother.
No, it's gross.
It's like
it is gross.
no. I just want to see what you look like being like really brown.
Yeah, like being me and Arthur level. Ooh.
Yeah.
my I got some sun at Cedar Point, and I'm still like I'm scabbing from it. It's so bad. I don't take the to the.
Well, no, but that's what's great. It's all spray tan. Yeah, you would take it great.
Yeah.
It might be.
Oh, we'll spray tan in September when we go visit you. We'll do it. It'll be great. I'll
spray tan for you guys for the visit.
Yes,
so you can see me on my wedding day.
I'm really excited about that too.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I'm really excited about that. That'll be
a lot of fun. We still got. I keep forgetting we got like more. We got the graduation party, and then we've got.
This year is just
my
already
anniversary, and then we got the wedding, and then maybe even a honeymoon by the end of the year. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, lots of stuff. Maybe
all looking up.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be able to start school, but I think spring, like January, would be school. But lots going on. Lots of really good stuff, and so super proud of you guys. I'm glad we finally got to catch up, and I know we're going way over, and but I missed you guys, and I'm glad to finally be here and just be able to relax and look like God. What a breath of fresh air, and it frees me up to like just relax and do this kind of stuff. And,
pour back into yourself again.
Yeah. And do you know what the best part of it is? you will be able to do it again next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 for happy hour.
Exactly.
That was good. That was a good
That was good,
segue.
right?
Is that the outro?
That is the outro. So, Murph, welcome back. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
hanging again with Shay and I. We've been shells of ourselves without you.
Mhm.
So, thank you for completing us once again. And yeah, like I said, super proud of you, super happy for you and Elise and the family. We can't be happy enough for you guys, but welcome back. It has not been the same without you. And I'm glad that we are all together again. So thanks for
Yay.
coming back. And thanks everyone for joining us on another episode of the Waiting Table Podcast, where we're serving the weight loss community.
1 pound.
Oh yeah.
That's how you do it, Shay. That's
Wow.
I'm telling you, I don't have it. I just don't have it.
How you do it. Look at that thing.
See that's
I
why you
can't even
didn't.
do
You're
it.
like this. You're just like, and then you start cramping. It didn't. Yeah.
I know it didn't. I need to do my finger exercises.
Good night, guys. Arthur, good night, buddy. I will see you. I'll tuck you in the attic soon.
Get up there
Have a
before
good
he
night,
falls
everyone.
asleep.
Yeah.